Hi guys, this is your daily tarot reading for Thursday the 21st of May. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Wheel of the Year Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what the cards have to say about this day in particular. And I'm going to pick three cards. We have the Lovers, the Five of Cups in reverse, and the Hierophant. Let's see what those mean. The Lovers is the sixth card of the Major Arcana, and it shows two soulmates, twin flames, kindred spirits, whatever you want to call them. They have found each other and they are being joined here in this ceremony, a hand fasting, and it's the most natural and wonderful and most joyous thing in the world. The doves of peace are there, and it's just beyond amazing, and it's just a perfect union. So the Lovers are two energies that come together in the most positive, profound way that two people or two things or two places could meet. The circumstances are just lovely and loving and positive. The next card is a card that is all about perspective. It's the Five of Cups, and in this deck she's got 5 cups that are spilled. So water that has spilled over these flowers, but it's not the end of the world. She can pick those cups up and the flowers will recover. Everything here is dry anyway. So she's created a little garden here, and it's something that she cares about. But really, it's not the end of the world, and the card usually has 3 cards that have spilled and 2 cards that are upright and that are behind the person having the panic attack or the oh gosh, horror, what's happening here kind of moment. But here they're all spilled. So it's either or. It's, you either see things totally black or you see things as completely laissez-faire and nothing touches you. The cards in reverse. So you don't have the tendency to catastrophize today, and you don't let little emotional things bother you too much. What you're focused on are your partnerships and the things in life that bring you joy and the things that make you happy. That's what you're spending time with, and that's what you're engaging with. You're also using your own true nature. I love this green dress, which is the carpet of the grass, and it just turns into one thing. It just says to me that she can be her true, most, let's say she's a very caring person, she wants to have children, and she's a journalist, and she wants to write a book. She's able to do all of that and support him and be supported and have the time and space to do all of those things for herself. And he is covered in purple and he's got this orange sash, so he's intuitive, he's in control, he is able to kind of take things and manipulate them so that the other person would feel supported and safe and loved. So he's able to kind of take charge of things and do it demonstrably so that, yeah, you really feel cared for, and it's like life loving you back. It's like you're with someone, or you get a new job that you just absolutely adore, and then you just get this first giant paycheck and you're like, oh wow, this is wonderful. So there's an opportunity for you to spend time with the people you love, the work that you love doing. If you're an intuitive or you're trying to have a spiritual breakthrough, you have control over that today. Usually he's not dressed like this. And you can really fall in love. The green and pink is the color that has to do with the heart chakra. That's where I live, in Glastonbury. That's the heart chakra of the world. And I love this kind of color combo. So love, what is it that brings you peace and joy? little things that niggle you and annoy you usually aren't such a catastrophe. So the focus is really one of complete peace. Oh yeah, look, I didn't even notice that this woman is this woman completely reversed. So when you turn her around, someone who's like, oh no, Shakara, I've lost all my cups, she becomes someone who's completely peaceful, and she surrenders and she says, do you know what, I don't need to worry about my cups. I am being supported by spirit here. I mean, they come down and materialize a pink sash for me and make my dress the earth. So stay in that wonderful headspace. The final card is the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is an institution. And he's got a pentacle around his heart chakra there as well, and he's covered in purple. Purple, violet, lavender, whatever. It do with spiritual matters. And the Hierophant is the Pope. He's got these mystical symbols up there. It's autumn, so it's a time of reflection. And he's on this throne that has been there for a long, 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 long time. It's stone, all these symbols are there, and he represents an institution. He represents the connection of spirits with humanity. So he's someone who is kind of similar to her. She's the kind of goddess of romantic love and connecting with something or someone else via the heart chakra, and he gives the same energy, but he connects on a spiritual level to the extent that he can heal other people. So he channels this spiritual energy, and this young man, he holds his hand and he's being healed through that, and he's absorbing that spiritual energy. He's just completely cloaked in brown, and brown has to do with the earth and being overly grounded, and the healing that he gets is of a spiritual nature. That's what the Hierophant represents. So altogether, we've got you really being in a good place and not sweating the small stuff and letting little things bother you. Your perspective is extreme because the card is extreme. Like I said, usually some of them are still upright, and you can either focus on the ones that have spilled or the ones that are still upright. But in this deck, because they're all spilled, none of them are spilled because the card is in reverse, and that means that emotionally you rise above things, possibly because you feel held and safe in your life, in your relationships where you are, in your spiritual life, your connection to your higher self. You're really safe. You feel good, you feel supported, you feel that you have the time and the space and the opportunity to express your love the way you want it, whether it's through healing, spiritual healing, or performing marriages, or being empowered and achieving some sort of breakthrough. Whatever it is that gives you a sense of, oh, this is wonderful, and I can just take a breath and let this wonderful energy flow into my life in whichever form and way it wants to. So congrats. Have a wonderful day. Be receptive to all the good that's coming to you. We've got 5 and 5. That's nice in itself because 5 is freedom. 55, a lot of freedom. 5 and 5 is 10. And 6 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7, and 7 is the mind and creativity. So the main thing, the numbers are kind of bringing us back to the 5 of Cups in reverse, because mind and creativity says if you are creative and you look at things in a positive way, you can experience all of these good things. But if you just look at the bad stuff, you can feel cut off, lonely, and like you're not connecting on the right level. Which is unlikely because you have this natural built-in energy kind of descending. So make sure that if and when little things do happen, they happen every day. I mean, people have things chip off and somewhere you have to stop and be, and there are always things to do. So within all of that, if little things come along, don't pay it a lot of attention. Stay focused on the positive, because this is one of those days where that discipline really pays off, and you can have a wonderful, loving day that you remember for the rest of your life. I mean, these kind of events, if you are actually that young man holding his hand and getting some healing, you're going to remember that for the rest of your life. And the marriage, they will remember that day forever and ever and ever. So we can all have this kind of day. I'm including myself in that. So have a wonderful time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via the website. It's gregoryscott.com. If you like the video, then please hit the subscribe button, share the video online. And in my personal readings, I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology. To draw up your astrology charts, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then please order a chart rectification with me. That's a process where I work out your time of birth by looking at 10 or more life events. So yeah, once I have that info, I can draw up your natal chart. And then if you have any questions about your life purpose, your vocational aptitudes, finance, travel, where to live, romance and love life, anything at all, I can have a look at your chart and see what your strengths are and how you can use those to your advantage. So yeah, get in touch via the website, gregoryscott.com. Have a lovely Thursday, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.